I'm going to fill the gap before Senator Menendez gets back and maybe ask one additional question awaiting Senator Menendez's return from the floor. And that's to you, Ambassador Richard, again, drawing back on your experience in Lebanon. No two terrorist organizations are the same, right? Al-Qaeda is a very different animal than Hezbollah. Al-Qaeda generally operates in the shadows, whereas in Lebanon, Hezbollah operates out in the open. They are a political force. They run human services operations. And it means that whether we like it or not, when it comes to a more socially embedded group like Hezbollah, you have to meet them where they are, right? You have to have an answer for the services that they are providing. I think since you left, there's been a debate about energy security in Lebanon. Hezbollah is showing up with shipments of oil from Iran, and we are busy at work trying to find an alternative. But this is sort of the corollary to the question about the drone strikes, right? There's an element of combating terrorist organizations that involves killing terrorists. There is also an element of fighting terrorist organizations that acknowledges that they often provide human services that you have to create, that you have to be able to supply as a government, as an ally of a government, in order to make people less reliant on those terrorist organizations. So just asking you to draw upon your experience dealing with Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Thank you for the question. Thank you for your interest, by the way, in Lebanon and all your support for the time I was there until now. I think the hardest, what you just put your finger on is the hardest thing. And what happens with terrorist groups, in my experience, is they fill vacuums. And the quickest and easiest vacuum to fill is security. People turn up and they have weapons and they calm the people down and say, don't worry, we'll take care of security. When these groups move into that next level of services and jobs and benefits, it's much, much harder to combat them. And what needs to happen in Lebanon is a functioning government that can execute those same services in a non-corrupt and fair way is the solution to Hezbollah having filled that gap already.